you can have a focus group. Focus group where you have 6 to 8 or even 10 people sitting in a room, and there will be one moderator to ask them questions, and they will answer questions in group, and then they may also do some group activities. That's called focus group. So this is contact methods. It depends on what you want to do, and you choose the best one for you. Now I did have a research, I did assist a research project with a detergent brand, detergent brand, and what they decide to do is they want to do in-home visit. They want to go to people's house to observe how the Vietnamese consumers do the laundry and dry them. And the foreigners, they realize that a lot of Vietnamese, they usually have their clothes washed and hang dry. Now in other countries, they may have a dryer, and they put all the clothes in the dryer and they're done. But in Vietnam, we choose to hang our clothes up for drying. And also the washing machine and all the laundry process usually happen on the top floor, on the rooftop level of a house, right? And that's something very new that foreigners may not know about it. And when they come to the customer's house, they can see all of those, right? So, for example, one thing that they can learn from the experiment is they should not make like a too big or too heavy of a bottle or a pouch for detergent, because normally a woman cannot take up that big bottle or big pouch of detergent up 4th floor or 5th floor. They will not want to do that. All right, so one thing we can learn from it. But most other qualitative research that I have participated in, they usually choose a focus group because that's that's more efficient. You can ask more people at one time, and you can eliminate the bias from talking to like individual customers, like an in-depth interview. For in-depth interview, usually it's conducted with like an experts or a very, very typical person that can represent the whole sample. But that does not happen a lot. Usually in-depth interview is for KOL, a celebrity, or an expert in the field, right? So, move on. Context methods. And now, number 3, we start to think about our sampling plan. Our sampling plan. Now, the sampling plan here, we need to decide, answer 3 questions. Who to be sampled or to be researched, right? And then how many of them? How many of them is a very interesting question. How many means the sample size. You want to decide the sample size. Usually, this one is a headache for a lot of companies. For fast consumer products like detergent or soap or those kind of things, the things that we use on a daily basis. A lot of customers use it. Imagine if Unilever or P&G, Procter & Gamble, if those companies want to conduct a research, while they have millions and millions of customers, what should be the sample size? If they want to do, say, qualitative research by conducting an in-depth interview or a focus group, how many people should they survey? 1,000? 10,000? Usually from experience, for working with these 2 companies, they would do about at max 50 customers in one city, and they usually do it in 2 or 3 cities in Vietnam. So for the whole country of Vietnam, they conducted research with a sample size of 150 or at maximum 200. And that's a very small numbers, but what can they do? Because focus group can be very expensive to set up, and even the biggest company like Unilever and Procter & Gamble, they do not have the resource to conduct qualitative research with a lot of consumers. So they have to try their best in how to choose the sample, how to choose the kind of people who you will survey. Now they have very specific requirements for these people. For example, if we are a detergent company and we want to do like a focus group, asking mostly women, married women in Vietnam, how they do their laundry on a day-to-day basis, then this one they may choose, the sample must be from, say, different districts in Hanoi, and also they may come from different income level, may come from different types of occupation, like blue collar worker or white collar workers, and they may come the type of family, or the family size, so whether or not they live with the grandparents, or they have a nuclear family, which is one child, or without child, or with or without a child. Alright, for example, so they must be very specific on what kind of customers to choose, because they don't want to make a mistake. They don't want to bias anyone, since they do not have the chance to do a focus group with 1,000 of customers. So very important. Alright. Okay. Alright. Sorry. Let's. And alright, number 4. Research instrument. Yeah, research instrument. In here, what kind of instrument that we have? Mostly, instruments. The most popular kind of instrument is questionnaire. Usually using questionnaires that you can ask customers a list of questions and they will answer you. And there are two main kind of questionnaire, that is open-ended and closed-end. Closed-end and open-end questions. Alright, so two kinds of questions. In open-end, usually give them space for them to answer, like, why do you do that? And in order to answer that question, they have to have a very elaborate answer. And closed-ended questions means that you ask them like a yes or no, and you give them choices, like A, B, C, D, and they can tick on the choice that they like. And that's for closed-end questions. Yeah. And so I think that should be it for today's lecture on marketing research. Again, this is a very difficult chapter, so I try my best to systemize all the topics so that you understand which concept belongs to which step of the marketing research. And if you study marketing as a major, you will have this marketing research as a 3-credit course. You see how it's very important. But within principles of marketing, we do not have much time, and especially this is an online course, so I will keep it this short. I hope that you can understand more about marketing research and use this clip as a guide for you to read the book and read the slide and study at home. All right, thank you.